Hello everyone, and welcome to a tutorial on how to install a Minecraft Modpack on both the CurseForge Launcher, which is now separate to the Twitch Launcher. The Twitch Launcher doesn't actually exist for modded Minecraft, and also how to do that on MultiMC, which is a different way to launch Minecraft, in particular modded Minecraft, and it allows you to have better control over how much RAM's allocated, and a few other things. And it might just be better looking, better organized for you. Um, you might have your reasons. I won't judge. So first things first, how to get the Curse launcher. So where you'll download all the mod packs typically. So if you search CurseForge.com, if you go to this website, you can see this is the page that will show up. I'm at the top. I'm not signed in, and down here there's a download CurseForge app button. So you click this, and it'll actually take you to a completely different website. So you could go here from the beginning. You could go into CurseForge.overwolf.com and you'll load up on this page, and then you can click your download for Windows to download it that way. Now, for some of you, you might have already had the Twitch launcher, in which case, if you load up Twitch, and you click on the mods page, you'll actually see this, which tells you that they've moved to a new home for, they've got a new home for CurseForge with Overwolf. If you click this link, it actually takes you to this exact same website. So that's fine. You click that, you download it, all is well. Now, if you want to install a mod onto MultiMC, you don't actually have to install CurseForge. You can just install MultiMC. Now, to get MultiMC, it's just multimc.org. That's the website. You'll end up here. You can click the download and install button, and that will put you to the bottom of the webpage, or you can just scroll down. Whatever's easier for you. And once again, you click the download, and that is that. So that's the first step done. Download the launcher that you prefer, whether you want to use CurseForge. There's nothing particularly wrong with CurseForge. It should be fine for most users. But if you want to do MultiMC because you think you might get better performance out of it, for whatever reason, go for it. Alright, now once you've downloaded and installed the CurseForge launcher, if you're going to use that, by the way, if you're going to use MultiMC, that'll be after this in the video. So for the CurseForge launcher, you'll load it up, and it actually offers modding options for quite a few different games. Obviously, we're showing off Minecraft at the moment, so you'll click this, and it'll get you down to the tab over here. Now, I've already got MC Eternal installed, but I'll actually go through a different mod pack to show for you guys. I'll probably show off FTB Revelations, because I think that's currently popular at the moment, so I assume there'll be a lot of people asking for questions about that. So, FTB Relations, you'll click on it here, and it's as simple as clicking install. There you go. That's the most basic way to set it up, most basic way to download your mod packs. Now, if you want to get more specific, you have a search bar at the top here, so I could search Revelations if I wanted to. I press enter, and it'll show me all these different ones. As you can see, I don't know if I spelled it wrong. Did I spell it wrong? Is that why it didn't show up? It's definitely possible. Revelation? Did I spell it wrong? Revelation? Yeah, I must have spelled it wrong. Or it was installing and I just didn't see it. But you get the idea. You can search. You have all these different, I guess, sort by categories, different filters if you're looking for a specific pack, like if you want some Skyblock packs. We can remove the search there, and I don't actually know how to search for nothing. I guess you just keep clicking back until you hear. Yeah, so once again, this launch is new at the time of recording this, so some of these issues that you see, or they're not really issues, they're kind of minor issues, really. They might be flushed out by the time you guys get to using this. So yeah, you have quite a few good search options here. You can also search for different game options if there's a specific version you're looking after. And yeah, that's it. Now, if you're actually wanting to install a mod on the MultiMC, what you can do is you can find the mod pack you want. So FTB Revelations. Obviously, you're able to click on them prior to having them installing. So once again, that seems to be another issue that won't be there in the future. But if we click on this one for an example, you would click the dots over here, and you can click View Modpack Website. So this should be the exact same for every other mod that you look at. And what it does is it takes you to the CurseForge website. So once again, to get here, you can go on CurseForge.com. You could click on Minecraft, which is a featured game. You can then click on Modpacks. It should start on Modpacks, but in case it doesn't, you click on Modpacks here. And you can search for your mod pack. So obviously we're after FTB Revelation. So we'll just scroll down and click it here. And then we have the option of going to Files over here. So in order to actually install it onto MultiMC, what you need is the specific zip for the version you want. So we want FTB Revelation 3.4.0. It seems to be the latest one. It's the one that it's suggesting, so that's what we'll go with. So instead of clicking install, What used to happen was there used to be an option here. So there would be like a download and then an install option. But instead what we do is we click on this link here, so ftbrevelation.zip. It changes the web page run and the download button appears. And so what we do is we click this download. It'll download in 5 seconds. If it doesn't start automatically, you can click this little button here and it will start downloading. So you wait for this to download, and it'll download a small little zip. It'll only be around 6 megabytes. You can see mine has 1 because I've already got the I've already installed downloaded before. The 1 shouldn't be there for you. It should look a little different. Alrighty, once you have that downloaded, you'll load up MultiMC. You might have to sign into your account, which should be quick and easy. And then what you want to do is click Add Instance in the top left. What you can do from here is, for our specific pack, you can actually find it in here. You wouldn't have to go to the CurseForge website and download the zip or any of that. So as you can see, for this official FTB Revelation pack, it's here. There's also some third-party packs, like Crash Landing. And there's private packs, which it uses codes and stuff. It's a bit weird. It's a bit primitive as well. This day and age, we use zips. So what you would do is you would go to the Import from Zip, then you click Browse. And what you want to do is you want to find where your download is, that zip file that you got. Mine's obviously in my downloads folder. So here it is, FTB Revelation zip. You can see I have a copy over here because I downloaded it a few times. But you would click the zip, you would click Open. Oh, you would click Open, and here it is. It shows you the entire, I guess, directory to where that zip folder is. Then you can click OK, or you can give it a name if you want, or you can give it a group. You don't have to do that. If you don't, it will give it no group, and it will call it FTB plus Revelation 3.4.0. Like over here, MC plus Eternal version 1.3.7.1. So that's just the format it does. So we can click OK, and then from there, it will download the modpack into MultiMC, and then you can click Launch, and you're good to go. Now, I'll also go through and cover how to set the Java version in both CurseForge and in MultiMC, and also how to change how much RAM you have allocated in both CurseForge and MultiMC. Alright, now I'll go through how to assign what Java to use, and also how to allocate how much RAM you want to the pack. So, in the CurseForge Launcher, if you want to change how much RAM is allocated by default to every single pack you use, you can head to the gear in the bottom left, the nice little settings option. Then you want to click on the Minecraft tab, and then here you want to scroll down to the bottom, and there's a few things we can see. So, this launcher method, in previous versions of the CurseForge launchers, so the Twitch one and probably the one before that as well, I can't even remember what it would have been called, maybe the FTB launcher, you can switch between the native launcher or the jar launcher. So I think the native launcher uses the Java that is packaged within Minecraft, so it doesn't actually use the Java that's on your system. If the jar launcher is available in the future, that will allow you to actually pick what Java version you use. And for the most part, I'm pretty sure you want to use Java 8. So if you're ever having any issues with Minecraft and you think that could be the issue, try installing Java 8 and seeing if you can assign that. So down here, you can see the allocated memory. So you can slide this bar and allocate however much you want. Now, yeah, I'm pretty sure on the CurseForge, you can only allocate about 12 gigabytes. Now, that should be more than enough for most people, but you know, if you have 32 gigabytes of RAM and I don't know, for some reason you want to chuck more, MultiMC will give you the option to put more. What I usually recommend, and what I've seen other people recommend for any system that you're on, is allocating half of your total RAM. So I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, so I'm allocating 8. If you had 8, I'd suggest allocating 4, and so on. Obviously, you can change between these values and test your pack out and try to find what gives you the best performance for you. Now, these additional arguments, this will actually help with the performance of your Minecraft, in particular with how your RAM's used. Now, I don't know the specifics of how it works, and I probably never will because I'm lazy, but you can head over to Reddit and there'll be some posts where not only can they explain what all these different arguments do, but also just they can give you some arguments that you can copy and paste in here, and you should expect a nice improvement. But keep in mind, you don't need to add these, and you should have a pretty good experience. So that's how you allocate it for every single mod pack. If you want to allocate it for a specific mod pack, say one mod pack requires more RAM than the other, and you don't want them to both use the same amount, you can click on the mod pack. Then you can click the 3 little dots over here, and then you want to click Profile Options. Now, as you can see, there's no slider here for RAM, but what you can do is you can actually click on the memory settings, and it will give you the ability to assign however much RAM you want for this specific mod pack. So if you're happy with whatever your total was, so for me it's the 8, I'll just click use system memory settings, and that should be fine. You can also change the version of your pack here, so you can go for an alpha, a beta, or the release, which is the recommended version. And you can also change this, but I'd suggest not changing it because I don't know what it does. So, if you don't know what it does, typically you shouldn't change it. You can also change your name up here. So maybe we can add a smiley face? Is it going to let us do that? I don't know if it did. It doesn't look like it did, but here we go. Here's the smiley face. So there you go. And then you should be able to click play, and all should be well. So, over on MultiMC, it's sort of similar. There's just a few more options that you get. So, what you can do is if you want to change the global settings, so much like in CurseForge, the Java settings and RAM settings for every single mod pack by default, up in the top left here, you can see the settings option. You want to click this, and then this will open up, and you can click Java, and this is where you can determine everything. So, you can change the minimum memory allocation, which you can't actually do on the CurseForge launcher. Now, what I suggest, and that's because it was suggested to me, is to set it to the lowest possible. So 128 megabytes seems to be the lowest minimum memory allocation. And that seemed to provide better performance for me instead of changing this to, like, say, 4,000 or something. Having the lowest possible seems to work really well. This maximum memory allocation, sorry if I'm mumbling or stuttering a little bit. Hopefully I'm understandable. The maximum memory allocation is obviously half of my system roughly, so you can obviously change these increments if you want. I just keep it on a nice 8,000. And permagem I leave as default, which for me is 128. Not sure what it does, but that's fine. Now, over here, you can actually pick what Java you use. So what you can do is you can click auto detect, and for the most part, this should show you exactly what you have. I actually want to be using this one here, not this top one. This top one, I'm not sure what it is, but it wasn't really working. It's the same version as the bottom one, but I don't know, the path is all messed up. So you can select what version you want to be the default. For most of you guys, it should look the exact same as this in terms of, well, just about everything. It should tell you JRE 1.8.0 underscore 271, and you want to have it be the Java w.exe is the path, right? So you can also click these dots here, and you can search for the path yourself. But I'm stuttering a lot here. Very sorry, and I'm not going to cut it out because it's natural. The Java arguments are here as well, so you can also add these in here. I clearly don't, but I think I might have them in specifically for the pack. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that's how you actually set that for everything. So that'll be the default for when you make a new pack. But if you want to change it for the specific pack again, you can click on the pack, and then on the right side over here, you want to click Edit Instance. And then here you want to go down to Settings on the left, and this is for this specific pack. So this is for FTB Revelation. You can click Java installation if you want to alter it from the defaults, and you can click auto detect and you can change it. We want it to be default, so we can keep that unchecked. You can check this and change the amount of memory you have allocated, the minimum and the maximum. Once again, we're happy with the system default, so we can leave that. Then we can also click Java arguments, and we could add them in here if we wanted. But once again, we can just leave it. We don't really need to worry about it too much. And there you go. That's how you can set the Java and the RAM on both MultiMC and CurseForge. As you can see, CurseForge currently doesn't have the access to the Java allocation, like picking what Java you want to use. I assume it will in the future. And another thing is that I might not have covered properly is we could have this be, 18,000. Oh, I should be able to. Oh, maybe I don't have that much. Let's see. What can I go? Yeah, I can go 15. I can go 16. I can't go 17 though because my system doesn't actually have 17. So that's actually really helpful. It won't let you accidentally add like an extra 0 and, have everything break. So you can actually allocate a lot more than CurseForge lets you if you want to do that. But we'll keep this unchecked. And there you go. Now, next I'm actually going to cover how to install Optifine. And with an addition of Optifine, which obviously adds some performance issues, it does have some graphical issues and some bugs that you might encounter. So use it at your own risk. But if you're having extreme performance issues, you might want to take that leap. But also on the other end, if you want to add shaders, you will also have to add Optifine as far as I'm aware. So I'll go through that as well. To install Optifine to your modpacks, it's actually quite simple. You want to head over to optifine.net/downloads. So if you're using a modpack that uses Minecraft 1.16.4, you can just click download here and you're good to go. If you're using an earlier version, click show all versions, obviously. Scroll down to what you want. So for FTB Revelations, we're on Minecraft 1.12.2. So we want to use this one right here. So we'll click download. And hopefully, oh, apparently we're going to have to watch an ad and do all that fun stuff. So in the top right over here, we should get the skip button. So we'll click skip. And here we go. We get another page that loads up. We'll click download. And hopefully it'll download. Here we go. It'll go into our downloads folder. So we'll click save. Obviously, we're getting some nice ads here. Thankfully, nothing explicit. So so far, so good. A little bit shaky. So once you have Optifine downloaded with the specific version of your Minecraft, so for us, it's 1.12.2. If you're on a newer version, you want a newer version of Optifine. If you're on an older version, you want an older version. Then you want to head over to CurseForge. I'll also show MultiMC after this. You want to click on your modpack. So for us, it'll be FTB Revelation. By the way, to find your modpack, your Minecraft version, it'll be right here. That's nice and easy. You want to click the 3 dots. Then what you want to do is actually click Open Folder. So what this will do is it'll open the folder that your FTB Relations is in. And as you can see, there's a mod folder right here. It's called Mods. So you can open this guy. And then all you want to do is also open your Downloads folder. So I'll move this across. Grab your Optifine and move it in here. Now, what you can do if you want to be a little bit smarter, if you're using multiple 1.12.2 Minecraft, you can actually just copy the Optifine over, and that'll save you from re-downloading it. So you just paste it in. So as you can see, it showed up in here, Optifine 1.12.2. Now, the reason most mod packs, in fact, I'm pretty sure all mod packs don't use Optifine, is that it conflicts with some mods, and you'll encounter bugs. So whether it's visual bugs like some block looks a little bit weird or something, or maybe something specific isn't working. Mod developers were constantly getting bug reports about this happening, but the cause was Optifine. And so they were sick of getting complaints about these issues that wasn't on them. It was actually on Optifine's end or something that, wasn't fixable. So they made it so that you can't actually put them in the mod packs by default. Instead, you have to manually put them in. But you'll get performance increases for some big hefty packs, and you can also obviously get some other little perks from using Optifine, and obviously shaders, which we'll cover in a few seconds as well. So that's how you put Optifine in, and that's it. You can launch it up, and it should show up just fine. In MultiMC, it's pretty similar. You want to click on your mod pack. You want to click Minecraft folder, and that'll open the Minecraft folder. You'll open up mods, and if you still have it copied, you can just right-click and paste it. And there you go. You've got Optifine in. Now, in order to add shaders, what you want to actually do is launch the pack first. Which one should I launch? Should I launch CurseForge or MultiMC? They both work the same. I might actually have to launch both just to show you both. That might be an easy way to do it. But you want to launch it first, and you want to have it open in order to add your shaders into it. And you need Optifine as far as I'm aware. And for this example, I'll be using Optifine to add the shaders. So add Optifine to your modpack, then click play, wait for it to load, bada bing, bada boom. Now, for some mod packs, in fact, I think specifically for CurseForge, because it uses the native launcher, when you click play, it'll open up a secondary launcher. So for some of these big mod packs, you can't just click play and then run away really quickly. Go and grab your cup of tea or your milkshake or cereal or whatever and come back and it'll be loaded, because it actually launches up the Minecraft launcher. So we'll see if ours will load up in a few seconds, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yep, so here we go. So this will load up, and here we go. You'll see this is selected. You don't want to change anything here. For the most part, you just want to click play. So that's what we'll do. We'll click play. Now, it'll actually warn you about mods, because obviously Mojang or Minecraft, they can't promise you that, playing with these mods will be safe, whether it will be explicit content or, bugs or issues or stuff. Yeah, it won't support the latest player safety. So you just want to understand the risks if you understand them, and click play. And now you can go and do your thing while it loads, because some of these big mod packs will take a little while to load. So you want to be prepared for the wait. Now on MultiMC, I'm pretty sure from memory you just click play and it will load if you're using the jar launcher, which if CurseForge adds it in the future, it'll be the same, I think. Otherwise, you just click play. It's nothing big. So yep. Once this is actually loading, an important thing to remember is not to click on the screen. Don't constantly click if you think it's frozen or something. just have it load up. You can load up your YouTube or whatever and watch some videos in the background as you wait for it to load. You can do other things, but don't click on the screen because it might become unresponsive and crash, which obviously you don't want. And so here we go. It is loading, and it'll give you a nice little graph. Sometimes in some of the packs, yeah, they have like a little animation here, and that's just so that you know sometimes this part will freeze, but this part there'll still be an animation playing, so that you know that you know, it hasn't completely crashed. Even if it does freeze, just give it some time. Give it, especially if you're on an older computer that might not be as powerful, give it a lot of time. You know, give it more than you might think you need to give it, because it might just be chugging away trying to get it done. So I'll be back once this loads, hopefully. Alright, once your pack loads, some of them have some fancy menus, so it might be a little bit confusing to find where you need to go. But what you want to do is you want to head over to options, and I do recommend doing this in the menu, because it might load a little bit faster than doing it in the game. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure. You want to head over to video settings, and as you can see, there's a lot more options here because of Optifine. So you can up your frame rate unless you want it on VSync, or you want to limit it. You can change a lot of options here. If you're looking for full screen, it's over in the options menu, in the other menu over here. Just because I know the first time I was looking for the full screen option, it was a little bit confusing for me. But what you want to do if you want to add your shaders is head over to the shaders tab here. And here we go. Now, there's internal shaders. I'm not sure if they actually add shadows, but you can give that a try if you want. But if you want to actually download shaders, you can head over to a website over here called shadersmods.com, apparently. And I recommend the CUDA shaders for Minecraft, because for one, it supports this version 1.12.2, which a lot of mod packs use, and it looks nice. But if you have your own version that you want to use, you can try it out. If you want to follow exactly what this video does, though, you can try this first to make sure that the shaders work and that you're not doing anything wrong. Because some shaders might not work. And so if you know for a fact that you can get it to work with this shaders, and you can have it working with this, then you can try your other shaders, and you know that the issue is with the shaders and not with the method that you're trying. So what you want to do is you want to head over here. You can type this link in exactly if you would like. shadersmods.com/CUDA-shaders-mod, and then a forward slash. A forward slash? Yeah, forward slash. Then you want to scroll down, and about, what, quarter way through, you get to right here. Download links for CUDA shaders. And you can see here it tells you what versions it's for. So this is the continued version here that we want to get at the top. There's an old version here. I don't know why you'd want to get that. Maybe if it has a feature or a difference that you like, or if this one doesn't work, you might want to try this. But we want the 6.1 legacy version, so we'll click that. And we'll end up over here. And I'm hoping we just click download. Hopefully I didn't click a virus, but yep, that's the download button you want. This one right here. Nice big and blue middle of the screen, and you can see it will download into a zip folder. So then you want to go back into your Minecraft with the shaders, back in that shaders tab still, and you want to click shaders folder. And what it will do is it will open this shaders pack, shader packs folder. Then what you can do again is you want to head over to your downloads, find the shaders you just downloaded. It should be a zip, and just drag it in and move it in there. Once again, if you're doing multiple 1.12.2 packs, you might want to keep this for later, so you can just copy it and paste it, because if you move it, it's like cutting and pasting as opposed to copy and paste. So you put your folder in here, your zip folder with your shaders, you can click back in your game, and magically, this appears. Now, this next step is important. When you click this, it's going to freeze for quite a little while, especially depending on how good your system is. So what you want to do is you want to click this, and then you can hover over these, because as you can see, if we hover over it, it highlights blue. So that's how we know that it's not frozen, right? So we're going to click this, and then what you can do is you can hover over this, and it shouldn't light up because it's frozen, but you don't want to click anything, because if you start clicking, it will very likely crash, and you don't want that to happen. If it does crash, you might actually be lucky and that it's loaded, in which case when you reload the pack up, it might actually be with the shaders on already. Otherwise, you might have to wait again and hope it doesn't crash. So we're going to click this, and then we'll be back once it's loaded. So you click it. So we've clicked it now. And if you hover over here, see, it doesn't actually light up blue. None of these light up blue. And that's because it's currently loading the shaders, and it's quite laggy as it does so. So we'll just wait, and I'll be back once this hopefully loads. Hopefully it doesn't crash. If it does, I'll be back and I'll let you know about it. I'll let you know about my story. So yeah, you click it, then you just wait. And try not to click the screen after you've clicked it once. So make sure that you've clicked it by it being frozen, and just wait patiently. As you can see, it might say not responding. Once again, hopefully it doesn't crash. Try not to click anything, and we'll be back when hopefully it's done loading. Alright, I am back. Now this is without clicking anything. You'll see that it's now got this CUDA shaders highlighted instead of the off. I can hover over these options and they've opened up for me. And there's that. Now, if you want to use shaders, but your computer might not be powerful enough to run it, or you want to make it a little bit easier, you can actually change the render quality. And so you can click this between different qualities here. Now, if you're in a game, I'm pretty sure this lags up a bit, so you can change it before you get in the game and test it out that way. We'll obviously just keep it on 1 times because we should be fine. It took me about probably like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but it could take you a lot longer if you're on a much older system. Because trust me, I've been through it when you're playing Minecraft with a computer that can barely run the game normally. You get like 30 frames, but you're like, oh, I really want to try out shaders. It'll take you a long time, so just give it some patience. But there we go. We can click done now. We can head back to the home screen. Now, you don't have to do this with a new world. You could do it with an old one. That's all fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a world to not only show you that the shaders works and that we're in the mod pack and that works, but then I'll also show you how to move that world over to MultiMC. So from CurseForge to MultiMC, in case you want to transfer your mod pack that you're currently playing on over to MultiMC and get all your stuff across. So we'll create a world. I don't really care about the options. We'll create the world, and I'll be back once that's all loaded. Alrighty, so when you first load into the pack, you might need to allow access to your firewall, so you just click Allow Access. You shouldn't have to worry too much, so just click Allow Access. That's for your Java to gain access. Not sure why, even though we're in single player, but I don't know, you just sort of do it. If you click Cancel, you might not have any issues. You might though, so I don't know. It's purely up to you at the end of the day. If you do have issues, I don't know, you can try launching it again and see if it pops up, or there might be another tutorial out there for you to find how to give it access. So we're in the game. Here we go. As you can see, we have some shaders. Now, I might not be able to run it too well, but as you can see, it's on. This is the CUDA shaders. It seems like auto jumps on as well, because everyone loves that. So here we go. As you can see, there's some nice shadows everywhere. Are we playing modded? Well, there's 500 pages here, so it looks like we are. We start off with an Akashic Tome, which has all these cool books that we can open and look at. So we know that the mods are working and they're installed. We've got a beehive right here. There's some water down here that looks quite beautiful. We're able to zoom in as well, which is a feature of Optifine. You just press C to zoom in. I really like it. If you want the zoom feature and not Optifine, there are some mods out there. You add them the exact same way that we added Optifine. You just put the mod into the mods folder and start her up, and it should be good. The water looks like it's working. Everything looks beautiful. So that's fine. We're in the world. Maybe we'll break some stuff, make sure that the world's working. We can break some dirt. Yep, dirt's plopping out. All seems to be well. Now, what we can do is we can quit the game. Now, when you save and quit and do all that sort of stuff, it can lag as well, much like when you load the pack. I very much suggest just waiting for it to happen. It might take a little while, but just give it the patience. That way you won't run into any corruption or any issues like that. So we're going to quit completely out of this, and then I'll show you how to move it from CurseForge to MultiMC. Alright, so how do we get our world and our save and all of that from FTB Revelation in CurseForge to our new one that we've got over in MultiMC? So, in CurseForge, we want to click on our mod pack. So if you're on this screen, you want to click on FTB Revelation, have this load up, click the 3 dots, and then click Open Folder, like when we installed the mod. But this time, instead of going into the mods folder, we want to head over to the saves folder. So we can open this up, and as you can see, we have a new world here. So we can actually copy this. Now, what I definitely suggest doing, if you're moving a world from one launcher to another, is you can run into issues where you're not sure what world is the original. So, when we head into MultiMC and paste in this new world, you want to make sure that you name it something different, just so that you can better distinguish what's different if you need to do a rollback of some sort. So what we want to do is click on our FTB Revelation. We want to head over to Minecraft folder. So on the right side over here. Then you want to click on Saves, open this guy up, and then you can paste it. And so it'll paste in. Now this is fine, you can launch it up here. What I definitely suggest doing though is clicking Rename and just calling it Copy or something. adding something new to the name of the world so that if you need to delete it or you want to delete the CurseForge version, you know for a fact that you're not deleting the wrong save. So once you have it in, you don't need to close the folder or anything. You should just be able to click on FTP Revelation and click Launch. And we'll actually see. I'm pretty sure this should launch straight away, and it won't actually load up the other launcher like it does on CurseForge. So we'll show that example, which is what we're doing right now. So we just clicked play. Let's assume I ran off, started to, I don't know, make a pizza. I've put it in the oven or something. I'm now watching it in the oven. And here we go. Yep. And it's loading. We don't have to click any extra buttons. It's using the jar launcher. So yeah, we'll wait for this to load. And hopefully our world will be there. And it should be called Copy New World, I think. But if the world's there, we know that it's good. Because we haven't launched this one before. So I'll be back with that. And we can verify everything. Alrighty, it has loaded up. We can maximize it here. I've gone ahead and turned the music down, so it's nice and quiet. As you can see, our shaders are not installed because we're on the MultiMC version. Once again, if you wanted to add it, you can do the exact same thing. We could open the folder. We should just be able to... Well, actually, no, we can't paste it because we had the world copied. But we can go to our downloads folder and just copy it in, like so. I'm not going to activate it, though, because it takes a long time to load up. But that's how you would do it. We can click Done here. Head into Single Player. And here it is, our new world. And it will tell us the time that it was last made. And you can see it's still called New World, but the actual folder here is called Copy New World. How good is that? So we know that it's separate. We know that it's different. We can load this up. It'll be our exact same world. And that's it. Now, that's how you add shaders to both CurseForge and MultiMC. Once again, when you click load, just let it load, even if it freezes. That's how you can change the RAM. You can change the Java. The Java you can't actually change on CurseForge yet, but the options there, it's just grayed out at the moment because I think it's a work in progress at the moment. So in the future, that's how you would do it on that same screen that I showed earlier. And yeah, I'm assuming that if there's any other launchers, like I know there's the ATL launcher. Oh, we got to allow access. I know there's the ATL launcher that some people talk about. I haven't used it myself in a long time, but I assume it would be very similar to that of MultiMC. So there we go. It looks like we're in the same world. Everything looks the same. One thing we can keep note of is before I open my inventory, if we check advancements, oh, no, we don't have vanilla advancements, achievements. Do they exist? I wanted to see if it showed, if I could prove, you know what I mean, that, distance walked, 70 meters. Does it show blocks broken? Will it show that stat? Doesn't really look like it is, does it? Trees planted, blocks. No, it doesn't show blocks. Oh, blocks. Times used, times mined. Okay, so you can see it's showing that we've broken dirt, and we've broken shrubs and grass and whatnot. And we haven't done that yet, so it's got the exact same data from the other world. You know that I'm not just cheating, you know, showing the same seed or something like that. It's the same world, it's got the same data in it, and all should be well. So yeah, and that, I believe, is actually the dirt that we placed from the other world. Yep, it still hasn't grown. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And if you have any questions, do let me know, because I am interested in making some more tutorials in the future. They're quite fun to make because I know that they help people out quite a bit. I like to get straight to the point, and so I might make videos in the future that cover the things that were covered in here, like the shaders, but I might do a more specific video on showing just the shaders. But this video, I think, will be a good reference video, so if someone ever has any issues to do with the whole process, you can just send them here, and hopefully I can set up chapters. I know that's a new feature in YouTube. I'm just not sure if I have access to it. Oh, looks like there's some weird stuff over there. If I can add chapters, it'll be very good because I can have the what do you call it? The timestamps of the video show each different part, so the shaders and all that sort of stuff, and that'll be very nice. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. If you do have questions, please do leave them in the comments. I do my best to answer them. If I don't have answers, I'll tell you I don't know how to solve that. So you should hopefully get an answer. If I do reply to you, to your comment and you have another question, I suggest making a new comment, because the way that I reply to comments is it's filtered by comments that I haven't responded to. But it doesn't show me replies that I haven't replied to again. So it only shows me fresh comments. So that's just a heads up if you are looking for help in the comments and you notice that I don't reply more than once to a comment. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.